49ers. Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd down and 3. Purdy's going to give this to Garendo. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down. The 49ers out for the punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. This will be returnable from his own 15. Oh, that could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 18, what's that?
On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down. And in motion is Ingram. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Stroud connects with Collins, and it's a 1st down for Houston.
It's a gain of 20, and the Texans 1st down.
Oh, ready? Tony.
And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Texans.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
On the quick, right? At 18, that's it.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Moving to his right. To the goal line and in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here's James. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Off the play fake, Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, 49ers.
At the 48-yard line.
On the ground, it's Garendo. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Get set.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Niners first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Robert Spillane spills him there.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Texans.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. A run. It's Pacheco. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
First and 10. Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That one is complete, and they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. And I don't think it's going to be his last.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Man in motion is Ingram. A second down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
First down, Houston.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with first and 10. On play action, Stroud. That's caught. It's the tight end, Cade Stover. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Stroud gives it to Pierce. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Right back to Pierce on first down. The ball's out. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Pacheco. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
They'll run. Here's Garendo. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
A give here to Pacheco. He'll push forward for about a yard. Robert Spillane spills him there. Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Higgins sent in motion. On 2nd down, Stroud. Moving outside the pocket, and he's going to have this one up near the 28. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Here we go.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. Oh, a loose football. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's James. Ooh. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Caught. This is Ayuk. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. And it's 3rd down coming up.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Third down, they need 5. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, ready. 18, let's go.
Throwing is Stroud. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10.
Oh, ready. 18, let's go.
Stroud to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Niners have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often. Sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Higgins sent in motion. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston, and even 30 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
All right. 18, let's go.
Stroud. Throw over the middle, taken in by Noel. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
Here we go.
First down, Texans.
18, let's go.
And the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. He'll set up the screen here to Pearsall. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
On second down, Purdy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Back to the air again is Purdy. He's going to air this one out. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
So, Mike, regardless of what everyone else is playing, anytime there's a one single high safety, whether everyone's in man or zone, he's really just a full field zone defender. His job is to just help everyone across the board. And there's an element of instincts, there's an element of understanding offensive game plan, and then at the end of the day, you've got to have the speed and the ball skills to get to the ball and contest as many throws as you can.
They'll throw again with Purdy. Off-balance throw, it's complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back with the second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
On the quick, right? At 18, what's that?
Here's open. And once again, he loses the football. I believe the Texans got this one back. They did, and they will keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Third and long. Back to throw. Stroud. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to fourth down. On fourth down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. And he steps into this one, gets up a big kick, angled for the sideline.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. Flush to his right. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Play action now. Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
This one is really close, Mike. He makes the catch, but I don't think he's able to establish that possession with both feet in bounds. Could have been a really nice pickup, but instead, it's going to result in an incompletion.
On third down, It's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. They get 16 on that connection. First down, 49ers.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Jamie and Sherwood there to meet him.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Texans' 26-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Groupie's kick is good. And the 49ers are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out. Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
All right. 18. Outside.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is caught, finding Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Texans first down.
First down, Houston.
A run up the middle with Pierce. The ball comes out. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. And he's taken down up past the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession, and it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go play action with Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So a conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
You know, how often do we see, Mike, in these 3rd and short situations, there's so many bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and this back has his head down, hitting it so hard that sometimes he runs into that line, and sometimes he can come out that backside.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pacheco. He gets the 4th quarter going. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
3rd down. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, this is a great example of the old saying, like, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Purdy now on 2nd down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Purdy. Got his man at the 6. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Here comes 2nd and 4. Stroud gonna set up to throw. That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce. And he's gonna have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
In motion now, it's Collins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Now, Stroud. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that'll set up 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's going to be marked down up at the 12-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Purdy gonna give this to Garendo. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and 5. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Once again, it's Pacheco. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Here's 1st and 10. Purdy out wide to Pearsall on the RPO. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It is 2nd and 9. They'll run it on the end. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco, running left. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, 49ers. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. Victory formation here as he's down 2-E. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. They bounced back from the loss last week. Really put in a determined effort and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.